So perhaps we should turn our headlamps on.
It's getting pretty dark.
Yeah. So you could hear some of that background sounds.
I do, yeah.
And as we are cresting the top of this hill, just by the wetland, they get louder. Listen, listen. Oh, it sounds like one continuous sound. Let's turn off our lights and just listen. That's almost deafening.
There's thousands of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure it needs much of an explanation, but why are they called spring peepers?
We're so close to them here, you could actually make out individual peeps. And it's when you have thousands of them all going on at the same time, just like we heard a few seconds ago. It's like a wall of sound. And when they're like that, it's hard to distinguish each individual one. But we have one or two that are very close to us, and you can hear those beep.
How long will they do this for? How many weeks?
Wow, they've been going for about 2 weeks so far. I'd say at the most another 2 weeks, Leah. But then other frogs, like wood frogs, leopard frogs, they start taking over. And the spring peepers, you don't start hearing them so much anymore.
And this is just during mating season that they do this? They don't do this any other time?
Well, that's a good question. Yes, it is primarily during mating season, but I've heard the odd peeper in the fall. I guess, you know, if you think of it in the fall, as the temperature's dropping, it's very similar in temperature to certain conditions in the spring. And I think that triggers false mating calls. Occasionally I do hear peepers in the fall, but nowhere near this amount.
They're just confused peepers in the fall.
That's what we think.
Are there any other frogs here right now, or is this just basically the peepers' own season?
Well, because this is early spring, here at least, the spring peepers are always the first ones to call. But within another week or so, as the temperature even warms up, you'll hear wood frogs, then leopard frogs, and later on in the season, toads, which is really neat. So different species of frogs will take over at different temperatures as the spring warms up. But right now, we're only hearing the spring peepers.
So now, will all these different varieties of frogs lay their eggs at the same time, or do they kind of do it in stages throughout the summer?
Yeah, well, because the spring peepers are here first, they lay first, and then the wood frogs, and then the leopard frogs, and so on. Yeah, so they come in different stages, because initially they're all affected by different temperatures. It's so great to hear all of these sounds. To me, this is simply the sign of good health in the pond. This is what life is supposed to be doing in a wetland.